Oh, yeah. Mushy, mushy. Good morning, my fair feathered friends. You're swimming around like a duck in a pool at Tony Soprano's house. Right? And then you leave. And then he's upset. And then he hopes they come back every season. Oy vey. Happy Friday. It hasn't clicked into me yet. It feels like half my Friday's over and I didn't even sleep more than 4 hours, but happy Friday indeed, I guess. Yeah. The start of a weekend. I mean, for me. Sorry. Can't complain about that. Oy vey. That's yeah, there it is. There's no, we're not playing that game. Frickin' DJ will lose her fucking mind if we play Final Fantasy VIII again. That's the game. That's the game. I'm just finding these games is hard enough. I should probably no. I like just seeing everything. I was gonna say maybe you put everything there. Yeah, happy Royal Rumble weekend. I look forward to the press conference where everybody asks Triple H about his father-in-law. And then I'll immediately lose their credentials. That's what I look forward to. Say what you want about the man. I mean, he's done some wonderful things about wrestling, but I'm starting to think that the Vince McMahon character was actually Vince McMahon. I mean, I always wonder how was that man able to be such a good actor, you know, from being one thing to another, and then you realize oh, he's not acting. That's how he is. Jeez Christ. They are awful. They are awful. They are extremely terrible. How you doing, Brent? Sorry. Oh my God, I've outed you on the internet. Sorry. What could we say? Y2 Brent? No, that's too obvious. Brent to Cloud. Damn. We had some shit go down. At the end of this act, we found out some shit. You're just on a break now. You know what? Take an extra 30 on me. You know, you work for a big company too. If someone wants to get on you, just go. Jordan from up, up top, told me it was okay. If you need me to write you a letter or email somebody, I can. Just tell me the title that I own, and I'll run with it. But when I go back at 12:30, I'm sure they will let me go because it's dead. Oh, you mean like not let you go like Microsoft let everybody go yesterday? You mean take the rest of the afternoon off, kid. You earned it, right? I'm trying to understand I get a lot of people have been unfortunately losing their jobs in the gaming industry over the past few months. But why did people think Microsoft buying another giant corporation in Activision Blizzard King, ABK, thought it would be a good thing job-wise? Pretty much every single HR person, community, management and community services and all that stuff. If you worked for those 4 jobs in ABK, Microsoft's just gonna have some Indian do it for you instead. Right? It's unfortunate. I hope they got severance and they can hop up on their feet, but normally those things don't lead to you keeping your job, or the amount of tweets I saw of people who lost their entire teams and then they're the only one left. Writing's on the wall for those poor people. You don't lose your entire team and end up being the one left. You better have some skills, I guess. But I digress, as Taz would say. Then you can get Tekken. That's the number at Tekken we're at. And then yes, of course, there's a new Yakuza game. I I think we're going to get through a couple Yakuzas this year. Maybe at least one. I can guarantee at least getting through Yakuza 5, I think. I would really like to get to those ones that were, you know, like a proper Japanese RPG should be. Yes! Yes, I will. The Chancellor. Emperor Dreikel's reborn. The whims of fate are inscrutable as ever. Even so, the big picture is starting to come together at last, including the reason why Father would entrust so much authority to her. Indeed. Indeed. Then you get 7 off of your account. I think I have 7 on GOG Games or something. I think I do. I'd have to check. I haven't like looked at GOG Games in a while, but I like just like Steam, like, you know, I wish list and put some games up there, and but I'd have to check. But 6, I don't think I have. I don't have Yakuza 6. Sounds like Elisa's father and George always to me, have quite a bit of baggage too. Yeah. The Black Workshop and the Ebon Knight? It was even more dreadful than anything we could have expected. Chancellor's true intentions aside, we've finally gotten a glimpse into the cause of the Empire's woes. You're right. It's a real bombshell. I love how he says bombshell as we're sitting to a couple of bombshells right there. But the rivalry of the 7 might be our avenue to fight against the curse. Right. Thanks to Roselia and everyone, I've steeled my resolve to go through with the remaining rivalries. We've got to keep moving forward for Milliam and for Valimar. Absolutely, we're with you. We'll fight with you with everything we have until the very end. Right, it's Class 7. Seems all of you really helped move forward in more ways than one. And if the Lionheart Emperor is to make an appearance in this story, then I can't very well let myself be outdone by him, now can I? That's right, I'm glad we were finally able to find a role for ourselves in all of this. Did you ever pick any of these up, Cloud? At all? I know you asked me about Reverie, and then when I told you that you had to play 9 other games to really get the, you know, the going on it. I know it's a little rough. Are you sure you don't mind? I mean, providing Tool with support, I mean. Don't you worry about a thing. We've been studying the terminal controls little by little. Yes, we've read the manual inside and out. I'm sure we'll be able to provide some assistance when you need it. Assistant meaning firepower. It really is amazing how you two got used to everything in no time at all. At least, Your Highness, I'll be counting on you from now on, okay? You got it! Jeesh, you really can't underestimate these two. Everyone on the branch campus is going out, so we better keep in tempo with them. Now it's about time we put together our itinerary. I think we should have our next objective pretty clear, no? Right. I mean, Grandmother showed me the situation right before we left. It looks like 2 Divine Knights and their Awakeners have taken up position at separate shrines. Palatinate Knight is at the Draco Shrine in Sutherland, and the Argent Knight is at the Stella Shrine in Crossbell. They've probably been making preparations for the rivalries, given that the war is about to start. Well, guess nobody can accuse the Maiden of the Yang King of having a poor work ethic. I'm sure we're all raring to go right now, but we spent half the day at the Luna Shrine already. I say we just pick one spot and give it our undivided attention. Agreed. In addition to the shrines, I'd also like to check in on the surrounding area. So which place are we going to hit up first? My lord's in Crossbell, so naturally my interest lies there. Considering the distance, it might be better to start with the boss at the Draco Shrine and work our way east. Good point. It was off Old Agria Road east of Parm, right? So once we're ready, let's head on over there and start our reconnaissance. Sounds like a plan. By the by, several requests came on through not long ago. I mean, if you could spare some time to take care of those, I and the requesters would greatly appreciate it. Understood. So it sounds like maybe bonding points and side quests are on the menu. In that case, I suppose it's time we mobilize once again. Yes, as Class 7 and the Radiant Wings both. Alright, time to get into a little bit of the Irish coffee I poured for myself, much like all of our high school teachers. Mr. Flossman. It's 5 o'clock somewhere! I think he would appreciate that joke if he knew what streaming was. Imagine. Both the Courageous 2 and the range of places we can explore is going to expand quite a bit. Before taking on the rivalries themselves, we need to do what we can to help people in each area. Oh, Reen, one last thing. I just spoke with Yuna and Kurt. The next time you go down to the surface, would you please take me with you? You want to come along? But there's a ship's operation overseas and... Ah, wait. I get it. Lisa and the others are going to help out, so we'll have some leeway to help out here. So, after all, I mean, there are some cases where contacting everyone is going to be a lot easier from the surface. Give me away from actual combat, and I think if you can help out with my orders, so what do you say? Understood. I mean, we weren't planning on doing any scout missions at the Draco Shrine today anyways. So just don't overdo it today, right? Okay? Right, and I won't. I mean, even if it's just for a little while, I won't let you down. Oh, and I sent our latest batch of requests to the terminal, so be sure to give it a look when you have a moment. You bet. Okay. Let's make the team. See, I don't understand of the... So I guess this would be for like the side quest, and then when I actually go to a shrine, which depending on what shrine I go to is going to be dependent upon which character we take, would be my guess. Well, Kurt's always a good solid taker. Fee is good as well. Now let's take Laura. And now we're going to need some magic users. Let's go with Muse. And I feel like we haven't taken Sarah in a good long time, but Doobie is going to get that roll right there. Howdy, Q! There will be required people for the shrine. Yeah, that's what I assumed. So, yes! The situation in each location has completely changed, and you can now visit the city of Ortis and its surrounding areas. Joel will be accompanying your party. She won't directly participate in combat, but she'll provide support for your party with her powerful odors.
Hello, people!
Hello, people! And when Emma is in your party, Celine's Brave Order Midnight Onyx will be available. And some bonding points, whole 5 of them. Good morning! It's still morning, right? I mean, I don't know if it's morning for Q. It's morning for me. It's morning for the peeps. Alright, let's go grab these quests and then go talk to the green people. Ortis is where you can buy stuff that you need for better accessories. Yeah. I managed to get a read on the location of Hercules Gumbercules, 5th squad who escaped before. They're holed on up into a blockaded area someplace in the Avon Hills. I'd like to ask you for help again to finish the job once and for all. This time I know we can bring him in, so meet you on over at Hotel Astoria in Ortis. Almost 4:45. There's been a disaster. I've run into a problem at Radio Trista. Radio ba ba. Right before we're about to record. Need a replacement actors. If you can help, give me the details. Okay? Larger than life monster's been spotted at the banks of Lake Gala. We suspect this is the same life form witnessed in Milsante, having now dragged itself out of the water. Fairly simple tasks yet. I wonder if those two are really going to be okay. Something the matter, Valerie? Oh, Instructor Reen. Actually, we've recently had some noise slipping into the communications with Lemaire. Louise and Tatiana have gone out there to pinpoint what's causing it. Noise, huh? How bad we talking? Well, it's essentially just a small amount of static. Nothing that would delay our operations or anything like that, but still, I think it'd be a bad idea to just let it be, so that's why I'm working with Louise and Tatiana to take care of it. Our analysis has revealed the general area of 2 points where the noise seems to be coming from. I see, so that's why the girls have gone on down to investigate. Yeah, it seems like the source can be specifically determined with this special Arcus 2 detection app. Ah, so you're using the Arcus 2 to search our transmission noise. We did cover something like this in Heimdall and field exercises, but I can think about it. Seems like you three are making pretty good use of it. And it's all because those field exercises covered with such a wide range of topics. In any case, Louise and Tatiana are there purely for investigative purposes, but I doubt we'll have any problems, it's completely natural to be worried. Sure, I mean, they've had provisional training, but support roles and what they're used to? Should I go down with the comms team and provide a backup? I mean, I want to help in any way. Help Louise and Tatiana, why not? So now, who do I think is going to win the Rumble after reports have... So, I mean, not that I thought Brock Lesnar was going to win the Rumble, so I don't think, or I'd be very surprised if he's even in the Rumble now. I mean, that's all everyone's assuming the person he was referring to in the text is, right? I mean, it was either him or Matt Riddle. And I don't think Matt Riddle was up for renewal of his contract. But and I don't think, you know, and the other UFC guy was Cain Velasquez, which again, wouldn't be him. So, I mean, I still thought it was going to be, it's either going to be Cody or it's going to be CM Punk. You know, maybe it'll be, you know, Hulk Hogan. I don't know. I mean, he said he was going to show up now. I even think of like stuff like that of like, even though like Hogan popped up like what is on Raw or whatever, but I mean like, no, I meant the other report saying it's going to be Punk versus Cody and Gunter versus Seth. Yeah, it could be that. Like you're meaning like, wait, isn't I'm sorry that I haven't watched proper wrestling in months. I only get what I get from YouTube because I don't have 3 hours to watch every fucking day. Isn't Cody and Punk in the Rumble? Or are you meaning like for a WrestleMania match? And Gunter, he's still the Intercontinental Champion. Seth fucked up his knee, so nobody really knows what he's doing. Is he doing anything for the Rumble? Or is he like resting it? So, where were Louise and Tatiana heading? Okay, yeah. So Louise is at the Oro Coastal Road and Tatiana's over by Milsante Bay Road. I believe they're still in the middle of their search, so I'll send word myself, but if you find a moment to get help with them, it'd be great. Alright, sounds good. Hey, Leonara, you're heading up the flight crew today, huh? Yeah, it's a real honor. I mean, they made me assist pilot and everything. It's a little different from getting around on the sea, but a ship's a ship. Pretty fun. Why don't you try traveling around in a garden? We could use someone like you to pilot that thing. So for Mania, they have said Cody will not finish the story and how they're speculating Gunther may win and face Seth and Cody will face Punk. Yes, both are. Gee, I thought that was a meme. I thought that was like a meme of like that Triple H was saying that Cody won't finish his story this WrestleMania. I think the problem is like I don't know how long like Seth Rollins injured his knee like it wasn't like an ongoing thing that got worse, right? Like he fucked it up like in a match or something, right? So like that it's like I was gonna say like because it was pretty much looking like Seth and CM Punk, right? Because they don't like each other, and now that he's not, you know, gonna be around for probably a few months, that doesn't go. But DJ, you may not want to see it, but unfortunately, I think a lot of people do want to see Cody versus Punk. Yeah, he injured it, but he said that he's gonna rehab and get back before. Yeah, so he's not doing anything until WrestleMania. I have a weird feeling he's gonna fuck that knee up again. I mean, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, but mind you, like at the same time, I do wonder, like, even if he does fuck it up, like, he'd have to really terribly fuck it up. He already had a knee injury before. But, you know, if he can get past, you know, if he fucks it up at WrestleMania and then, you know, is told, like, oh, you really need surgery now, he'll be gone for the year and he'd be a really great entrant to see at the next Royal Rumble. Like, because if he fucks up again, he's going to need that 8 to 9 months recovery time, because he's probably, if he does hurt it again, he's probably going to do more damage, more gray tears, or he might even fuck up his MCL as well. So, I mean, you hate to see that, and especially, like, once you've already done it once or twice, like, it doesn't help, so. Well, do we ever get to play chess? I don't think so. I want to see Roman lose his title to Cody. Isn't Roman close to beating, is it Hogan? The amount of days or something? It's weird how they keep bouncing back and forth of whether they want to have Hogan as a part of the WWE, and then they don't bother with Hogan, and then they're back on seeing, home. I don't know. Chicks dig smart guys. You're right, Sydney, they do. Alright, now it makes sense. Roman has to keep it till May. Which makes me think that they could just do, I don't understand of why they aren't just doing Roman versus Rock. Just do it. I mean, even if you want to have The Rock come out at number 30 in the Rumble and win it to really set it up, that's fine. But then you have to accept it, DJ, and you have to accept it. You know that Roman will beat The Rock. And then you will not see Roman again until, like, Survivor Series. Well, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Again, DJ, unfortunately, you are in the very, 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 very slim minority about caring about The Rock. And I thought I saw the thing of the Cody and CM Punk when they were chit-chatting in the ring. I thought CM Punk was gonna drop the, you know, like, oh, you hate to be replaced by someone who just walked in and it's me, not referring to The Rock. But why do people want to see a match that should have happened 2 years ago? The Rock is a very, very busy person. I mean, you can't, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna be honest, you look when The Rock showed up, listen to the pop. Like the thing is of, like, all these numbers that they're throwing at people, like when CM Punk is you know when he's shown on social media, when they bring out the small clip ratings of when he's on TV and everything skyrockets, that's what's making these things work for him. So, DJ, I want to ask you a question, to be honest. I really think you have to get away from thinking that someone like Roman is doing what Brock is doing and holding the belt hostage. I think Brock Lesnar held the belt hostage. I understand, like, everyone's stuck with the Eddie Kingston thing of, you know, he made a comment about, like, oh, if I was a champion, I'd be out there every day. You know, is he gonna keep, you know, has everyone seen the meme of him doing the stupid slaps in the corner on Claudio while he's slapping his own chest to make the noise? Yes, it is very weird, Biscuits. But I want to say something. The older I've gotten, DJ, and I feel like, and I'm talking on a personal people level, fuck wrestling for this instance. Fuck the wrestling, because Seth Rollins is hurt now. Maybe because he works a little bit too much. Is Roman Reigns hurt? No. And you got to get away from that thought that he sits at home and does nothing. He might be doing a lot. Like, again, it's part of the storyline, I get it, but I want to say, like, no, DJ, get away from that mentality for a second. for a second. For a second. Away from this talk. Okay, DJ, I'm gonna try to talk like human to human here. How many of your old how many of the older wrestlers died in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s? It's because they work too much. And thank God, only now. Like, this is something that's been around, this carny shit's been around for years. These people work 320 plus days a year. Never see their families, hurt their bodies. No, I don't like bringing up the thing of like, you know, I hurt my body because of you. Like, no, you're paid handsomely. You all make a lot of money. That's what I always heard was wrestlers are getting paid. They are absolutely getting paid, making good money. But I can appreciate on a human person level when you get to a point like a Roman Reigns, like a Brock Lesnar, and why a lot of people started going to AEW. You can't be a hypocrite on this stuff. A lot of people left WWE because they didn't like the schedule, and they like going to AEW because they get to work one Wednesday a week. They're doing the same thing. Some champions like to wrestle, and that's good for them. That's really good for them. I get it. But then you end up hurt. You want to make yourself like an attraction, and I hate Roman Reigns. I think he's a good person. I'm sure he does great things, you know, for his community, and I hope he does. And you know, he tries to meet kids like Make-A-Wish, like John Cena does. But DJ, we've just so far moved on, so far from that stuff of defending stuff on TV. I mean, I saw someone put something on Twitter of saying that, like, look at the two wrestling companies and look at the ratings and look at the money and look at the social media stuff. One company wrestles 35% of the time. That was that was like 45-50% was AEW. And then WWE was doing storylines and 30% of it was actually wrestling. And Seth's hurt. Maybe because he's working too much. I think that's a fair argument. I really think they want to go back to the old days of, like in the 80s, where, like, you know, you work these silly main events. I'm not saying you're going to have jobbers, but you're going to have some wrestling events, and, you know, they want to make the titles back up here again. They want you to watch those premium live events, those pay-per-views. That's what they want you to watch the content of. You're not going to start seeing those belts, like, you know, showing everything. Maybe the Intercontinental belt gets thrown a little bit more often. Maybe. I don't know, but those world titles, I think once Seth loses it. Yeah, but again, Hogan was working, right? Like, Hogan was working all the time. Like, even look at look in WCW. Hogan was doing the old Roman Reigns thing because he's smart, right? And I'm not a fan of fucking Hulk Hogan. Fuck him, he's a piece of shit too. But that's the guy who realized, like, hey, Eric, I don't really want to work, you know, 300 fucking days a year. Can I just show up to, like, 3 out of 4 Nitros and, you know, and not wrestle except for, like, the pay-per-views? And also I want 50% of the revenue of the pay-per-view. Yes, you can. You can have that because you're Hulk Hogan. And it worked, right? Roman Reigns, maybe not so much of a piece of shit, but when he's doing his contract, he's doing the same exact thing. Absolutely. He doesn't want to wrestle as much. He realizes his body's hurting. And, you know, they put the belt on him. Roman Reigns doesn't go up to the piece of shit Vince McMahon and go, well, I want the belt. Like, no, they put the belt on him because it works for TV. It works because it annoys people like you. How you doing, Goya? Oh, my God. Yeah, imagine, Biscuits, could you deal with this amount of drama just in everyday life? Just add wrestling to it, right? Maybe you should. You should. All right, we have some lovable. All right, how many hearts do we have? And then how? So we got to do all of the hearts. Make all of the ladies happy. That's 4 of them, if I can count properly, which I can't always count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe we can hang out with a cat. Regardless of the fact that it was entertaining back then, legitimately, yeah, like, yeah, I hope Hogan does not show up the Rumble tomorrow. That'll be really, really terrible. Should hang with Laura? I just have no, like, connection with her anymore. Like, just... When I am given an opportunity in a video game to hang out with a cat, I'm going to take every opportunity to hang with a cat. And Laura also doesn't have a heart on her, so that removes that part. Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of wrestling my whole life. I mean, I like it, but it certainly is a different product now than it once was. Do I want to do the side quest? No, let's do these events first. Chat, he doesn't like Laura anymore. Let's pack it up and move out. Show's over. Nothing to see here. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if I mentioned this before. Featured chat, where I would be able to have that show up on my stream, they stopped supporting it, so it doesn't work anymore. So that sucks. But yes, for shame. Yep, sounds good. Oh, it's wait, was it Sarah? With the heart over her head? Oh, Reen, looks like you've caught me at a pretty awkward time. I'll say, there's nothing going on between Makia's dad and me, though he does have that cool and gruff thing looking on. Didn't even consider that. Good to know, I guess. That's why I don't see it on my streams either, for shame. Yeah, and I know that it was funny of like, I know that they put something saying like they're working on it, but I didn't think it was like overly difficult to do. I'm not in you know, development, but mind if we go together? Of course not, Reen. We're off to Ortis, okay? At least offline hosting is still... Yes. And after Sarah and Reen received a certain something from Governor Regnance and Ortis, they head on over to the same spot in Languedoc Canyon they visited last time. How are you, Biscuits? By the way. Good morning. This is the flag from the naval fortress, right? It'll make for a fitting tribute to Colonel Valstein. Good thing Governor Regnance kept it aside for us. Maybe a black floral grass here, but apparently it's not interfering with the spirit veins. It's good to know. You want to help, Ring? Sure. Offline hosting is still a thing? I thought, which one did they get rid of? I haven't paid attention to that stuff in a long while. Like, I thought they get rid of hosting but kept raids. Yes, but you must have a host list while I'm on. Oh, okay. So that hasn't really changed. Doing well. I've been scanning tons of pictures and I'm not even close to being done. Wait, what are you scanning pictures for? Like, are you making like a flip book porno? Oh, the cleansing flame. All of your parents' family photos, you weirdo. Oh, I forgot you're still in Ohio. I apologize. Looks like you found the way forward. Not a weirdo, by the way. You're a weirdo. We gotta put some old ghosts to rest too. Thank you for that. And be careful out there. I'd hate for you to die before things really started getting interesting. Same to you guys. Next time we meet, probably be as enemies though. Pictures of me, pictures of them, family holidays, vacations. We got photos from the 80s and 90s in there. It's probably close to 1,000 photos to go through. That's a lot of scanning. Sarah, what about what happened before? You know what? I figure I was just hearing things. Or maybe my dad really did drop in to see how his beloved daughter is doing these days. And if he did, you'll know I'm in a totally different kind of guy now. Huh?
Uh-oh. For real? You really are hopelessly dense sometimes. You know that.
He certainly is.
Unless someone else snatches you up soon, I won't count myself out of the running just yet.
Sometimes I feel like you have to be super blunt with Reen. Bought my mom a scanner for Christmas because she wants to get them all saved somewhere digitally since the older photos are starting to fade a lot. And unfortunately, like in this day and age, there really isn't like a quick and fast way to scan multiple photos, right? So who, of course, gets the job of scanner? Me! This gave people who are done at 3 can go home. Wait, is that you? Did you get to... Wait, but aren't you currently at home? Like, what does that even entail? You're told to go home when you're already home? Well, that was a fast commute. So you're done work today. Well, that's good. Sarah? 2 big, beautiful eyes. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I mean, Goy, I'm with you. The nipples could be eyes. Right.
No.
It entails I can go pick up Tekken and Yakuza. All right. Looks like we got, I wanted to say Milliam. That's not, it's not Milliam. Why can't I say her name? Hello, people. Hi. There she is. What's her name again? Muse. There we go. Freddie, can I get a drink, perhaps? It's nice, though, because she'll have digital copies, as will I, and once they retire and down, says I'll probably get all of the originals. Hey, Instructorine. Bet you're feeling pretty tuckered out after that trial. We can fix you right up with some Margarita's Viper Juice. A few zaps and it'll zip you right back into life. Sounds potent.
Hey, what can I get you today?
Come again.
Come again. Hey, what can I get you today?
Nothing.
Come on, give it a try.
You have absolutely nothing I need, sir.
Come on, give it a try.
No. Muse? What are you doing here? Muse? Oh, sorry. Looks like I lost myself in thought there a bit. Maybe it's because things are finally a little less tense. Are you talking about the Luna No, the Pantagruel, right? There's a part of me that wants to say it was reckless, but I'm just glad he made it through safely. Really. Thanks, Instructor. Although the necessity of Operation Mill Mirage as a backup plan hasn't changed. Thanks to the Radiant Wings and everyone else, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And the fact of the matter is, I also need to recharge my batteries for you, Instructor. Considering the circumstances, maybe I should spend some time with her. Magic Cuisine Steak. I get what you mean. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to charge up my own batteries as well. Want something to drink? It'll be my treat. Oh, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather spend my time with, Instructor. The lounge is great and all, but maybe you could indulge me and listen to a request. There's a place I'd like to go to, and I think this would be the perfect chance. Why not? You can take the opportunity to gather some information too. You only took 5 calls. Luckily, you don't do piecework. 3 were helping elderly change email passwords. Wow. You are truly a saint. And after some quick intel gathering, they ended up at the Southern Coastal Road. I now have to look at the steak. Maybe I missed the steak. Usually I look through all the things to make. And if I've already made it, then wow, look, she's also got a set of eyes. Oh, I'm glad the weather's so lovely. I don't think I've ever been this far down the Orals Coastal Road, but the beach you guys went to is somewhere here, right? Yeah, it's a spot popular with the locals and tourists alike, or so I heard. This right here is a private beach belonging to the Cayenne family. With things the way they are, no one's felt like using either beach for a while now. Of course, that's certainly good news for us at the moment. What do you say, Instructor? Well, we make the most of our time alone. All right, just this once. Wolf Slayer's never a quiet guy though, too, right? Just sneaking on in there. He's got lots of stuff to do, right? He's got to take care of animals and whatnot, and might even clean the bathroom today, probably. Because you know, pissed all over the seat the past couple days. Living in his own filth. Oh, wow. This is a kid's game, for crying out loud. What's this? Instructor, look. Isn't this a pretty seashell? I'm busy getting drunk over by the umbrella. It seems like they've paddled up a little since last time, but it feels different this time somehow. But what's wrong, Muse? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a little tired out. It's been ages since I let loose like this. I guess you're like a kid on summer vacation. I guess nothing beats coming back to your hometown, huh? It's special. I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, I have so many special memories of this place. My parents and I used to come here together all the time. Until they passed. Oh, that's right. You said you'd lost them in an accident at sea. What kind of people were they? Pirates! I'm told my grandfather on my father's side of my family was known for being hard and merciless. My father, on the other hand, was a very kind man. Despite this, he was a good leader and the clear successor of the Cayenne dukedom. As for my mother, from what I can remember, she was always very cool-headed. Like, no problem was too much for her. She used to travel all around on Lemaire on business. While she was away, Father would teach me to play all kinds of games. Chess, cards, even an Eastern one called shogi. That's when my talent started to show itself. You've been able to analyze the word for a game that long? It must be because of my armor or Nor heritage, like Rosalia said. Maybe playing with me was such low, like my father's way of teaching me how to use this power. Mother played a lot of games with me too. That's where I picked up my head for strategy. Those damn pirates, those filthy beggars, right? I am the captain now. That kimono I wore before was originally a gift to my mother from her father. It's a little too big for me, but I had some alterations made. They sound like great parents. Yes, they were. After they died, my uncle shipped me off to St. Austria, and that was that. But when I thought of the world as a game like they taught me, I felt like I was still connected to them. I guess that's why I analyze things so much. I can see how that would happen. But you know you don't need to do that all the time, right? Like, those skills aren't the only thing your parents left you. You're right. I may have been young, but I still remember the boundless love they showed me. And I felt that same affection for Elise and Alphine, my instructors, Yuna, everyone really. The plan I put together for Mille Mirage caused a lot of suffering. But maybe it wasn't all bad. It led me to Class 7 after all. I mean, if I had found you all just a moment later, I would have lost what really made me human. Muse. You're not alone anymore. Don't forget that. Class 7, Elise, Alphine, Tita, General Laguine, Vita, the list goes on, baby. You've got plenty of people who care about you, me included. If you're worried over something, it's a good sign. Take it as a reminder that you didn't abandon your emotions completely. And if you do have problems, come tell us about them. We'll do whatever we can to help. Instructor Reen. Reen, my eyes are up here. And if you really mean that, there's something I'd like to ask you. Will you hold on to me my good luck charms for free? Your good luck charms. Now we all know, folks, what the good luck charms here. Just enjoy the view right now. Cloud, where are you getting your games from? You going to the mall? I was trying to think of having a discussion. We were trying to figure this out the other day. Is EB Games gone in name? Did they change it at the mall? Is it now GameSpot? GameStop? Whatever the fuck they call it? Because I always thought it was still EB Games. It's now... Fuck! Remember when they put an actual true GameStop up on the second floor and nobody went to it? It was so much better. It was huge. Oh, like legitimate bullets. I mean, they are. I brought them with me from when I gave the order to crash the Pantagruel into the other airship. The reminder of how we made it out before we could get caught up in the ship's destruction, and how Operation Mil Mirage could have ended in the worst possible way, but it didn't. I'd like you to have them. At least we're both part of Class 7. Yeah, they were EB and GameStop in the same mall. And everyone avoided GameStop because it was sort of like the Future Shop Best Buy thing. People thought EB Games was Canadian and GameStop was American, so no one was going to the GameStop. That, and it was in a terrible spot in the mall. 0 foot traffic. Well, I hope one day you know for sure you'll never need to use them again. I won't be returning them until then. Are you okay with that? Of course, that's fine with me. I watched the movie Dumb Money on Amazon Prime about the GameStop stock. It was a good movie. Oh my god! I'm not gonna lie. I thought they focused down there because I was like, oh my god, what are they gonna show us? Music! Is that what you were after this whole time? You shouldn't leave yourself so open to attack, instructor. Think of it as a bit of a payback for the other day, and 2 months ago, during our field exercises as well.
Those bullets would have saved me a great deal of pain. It's only fair I get a bit of pleasure in return, no? With this, no matter what happens with Mil Mirage, I know I'll be able to keep myself...
It looks like I'm setting myself up for a Persona 5 Haram route. Music. You're asking a lot, but I'll overlook it at this once. Just don't get used to it, alright? You and I are still teacher and student. Whatever you say, I won't tell anyone if you don't. And sharing a secret makes things all the more exciting, wouldn't you say? She's got me there, so I'll just have to go along with it. Yeah, wasn't the whole thing, didn't they, with the stonks? Didn't they try to short GameStop? Like I'm assuming, like, had they not have done that with GameStop, like, the direct possibility that probably GameStop would have went, bankrupt, maybe? Did I just say the haram route? Did I use the wrong phrasing? Wasn't that what it was called when you, like, basically tried to date everybody? Harem! Sorry. I thought it was the haram route. Harem. Harem? Harem route? Come to think of it, since there are 2 bullets, I'd say you owe me a second kiss. Don't push your luck. How are you, Wolf Slayer? I think harem is something forbidden in Islamic faith. Oh, well, sure. They are not the same. Well, okay, so, but I am correct. The harem route is the route where you, like, essentially go to get, like, all of the ladies, right? Go and date everybody. Well, one guy put in 50,000, then he was on Reddit and Twitch, and people started to buy in, and then it started to get out of control, where Congress had to step in thinking they were inside trading. Yeah, and then they actually looked at these people's Reddit's account and just realized that they were just nerds with money. Okay, thank God.
Hey, what can I get you today?
The Ancient State. I have one in my inventory.
Come again. You've got good taste. Come on, give it a try. Hey, what can I get you today? Come again.
I don't have money to be spending on fruitless things like that. Gentlemen, like a game of billiards, pray. I think it's important to just kick back every now and then. Now, what do you think we're playing? 8-ball? 9-ball? Shirts versus skins? The Robin Hood who people were using to get into stocks couldn't handle the payout, so they stopped paying, or they stopped people from buying more. Yes! And then everyone stopped using Robin Hood because the thought that just a trading platform would just turn off the ability to buy stocks. You know, why would you trust that company anymore, right? Although I do wonder if, like, again, I'm not, like, in the stock game or whatever, But like, couldn't you have just gone to your bank and said like, hey, I'd like to buy GameStop stock? Like, were banks told to stop trading them at some point as well? So who's kicking back here? Oh, I mean, hey, you're not wrong, but you'd have to put it like that. I mean, seriously though, have you played against Elliot lately? You wouldn't believe how much he's improved. What can I say? When you travel around as much as I do, you get people inviting you to play all sorts of games. I've played an awful lot of pool, so I don't plan on letting Crow win that easily. You've come out of your shell these last couple years. I can't wait to see you turn the tables on Crow. I'm not too sure because they don't mention anything like... See, I think it was just Robin Hood didn't want to pay out the... I mean, it's not like they're paying out money, unless, of course, Robin Hood was buying on the opposite end of it, right? Oh, it's damn good, despite the cute face of his. Whatever, though. If that's how things are, I'll just have to stop holding back. Alright, stop holding back. Is anybody else here? No? What do we got here? We got the men's shower room, and we got the women's shower room. Let's go take a shower in the women's change room. Just me and Kurt in the women's shower. Oh, there's the ladies of the night.
I feel revitalized.
Oh, and they still put me in the men's. Okay. Hello, ladies. How are you two doing? Oh, I was just giving you some tips about the latest OS. You know, the one that was used with the Merkaba. Well, I wanted to be able to operate the terminal more efficiently, so I was asking for more advice on how to use the developer mode, which, you know, should let me create some custom environments. Alt F4, Elise. That'll take you to the proper spot. Great seeing you two so fired up. Just don't overwork yourselves. I'm still feeling fine. How about you, Lisa? We may have had that trial this morning, but doing good. Don't worry about me. And besides, I'm not the only one who's a little emotionally fraught right now. All this did was help me gather my resolve. I mean, I think I'd go crazy if I had to stay cooped up in my room the whole time. All right, so as long as you're sure. Thanks for everything. You're very welcome. Well, you know, it's good to see some people working out. All right, let's just at least get to some type of tactic. Look at this. Let's just throw everybody at the front, right? Let's just throw everyone at the front, because that's going to be working for us. Well, there. Moving things to make sense for me. Yibbity, yibbity, dibbity doo. That'll work for me. Ah! No, there we go. Wanted that save button. Alright, where are we going? I think I've been that way? No, there's just Gaius and Doovie. We'll go chat it up with Doovie, but sorry Gaius, I can't talk to you because, you know, then you're gonna want to do something. Schwarzer, did you come here to train as well? I just want to see what's going on as well. I mean, you said that you could lend us the Sleipnir this morning, right, Doovie? I only have the settings programmed. The Sleipnir F2, Type 1 and Type 2. Physical attacks are not very effective against Type 1. Base your approach around those capable of using magic. Conversely, since magic attacks are not very effective for Type 2, an approach based on around physical attacks should be taken. Well, looks like it's for some training. And when you want to put your skills to the test, just let me know. If you speak to certain people, you can take part in combat training. Difficulty increases as you progress through. Alright, that's something we can do later. The elevator down to the second floor. The multi-purpose floor. With a hot tub there. Alright, who do we got here? So we got, is that Toa on the front deck? Toa on the front deck. Hi, Vivi. Was working on them calls. I'm sure your cell reception would be perfectly fine inside. It's not good on my end. I couldn't reach you for over a month. Now you want me to tag along and interview some third-party power? Not just that, but you even sent this completely unrealistic event plan. Our papers are read by the military, for ideal's sake. I mean, although joint feature with the Crossbell Times isn't a bad idea. Right? I mean, I already talked it through with Rex. I mean, actually, it might have been his idea originally. Normally I'd flat out refuse, but some other staff here are on board with your proposal. But it's not workable without some changes. Come to the office and we can discuss the edits. So sorry, boss. No can do. I'm not on the best terms with the military at the moment, so I'd rather keep a low profile. Okay, finally done with my thing. Answer questions. I'm doing all right today. Slower day at work, and my manager finally set up a one-on-one with me so I can talk about some concerns I have. So overall, not bad thus far. Yes, they're all massive phones. Like, I feel like they don't need to be the size of someone's torso, but here we are. Maybe that's where we are coming into a future, right? We went from when cell phones came out, like they were just legitimate Nokia bricks, you could murder people with them. And then, of course, you know, we went through phases of where, like, oh, people want small phones. And now people want big phones, as big as your head. Have you ever seen some weirdos who talk on their tablets like it's a phone? Just hold it up to their ear? Those are the weirdos of the world. Looks like she's talking to her superior at the Chronicle. Do you think the Chronicle is a weed magazine? Am I the only one that thought that? Toa, what are you doing out here? Well, oh, are you gonna go down the surface? I mean, if so, I'll get things ready right away. No, it's okay, no need to rush. I would actually laugh out loud at them if I saw someone using a tablet as a phone. I mean, I've seen it out in the wild. Just rip out their fucking iPad and go, right? Just, or their Samsung Tab, which is, you know, not as big, their iPhone Mini perhaps. Like, you look so stupid, and I'm gonna make sure you know it. Yes. Yes. But now that I think I'm acting weird, you're not gonna let it go, are you? So, the truth is, some information came through about the special support section. It's about the airship incident, the crash 17 years ago. Oh. It happened on the route between Crossbell and Northumbria. It seems like it's a pretty desolate area. I mean, at least in terms of people. I wonder if we might be seeing something if we look down it from the Nord Highlands. Well, that's an idea. I'm also curious about what happened back then. Maybe I can be some help with Toa. Hey Toa, here's an idea. How about we go to the Nord Highlands together? Huh? How about we go to the Nord Highlands together? Sounds like it's going to be one of those major fronts of war, so let's do some recon. Let's be smart about this. I mean, the Merkaba's under repair, so guys had kind of given up on the idea, but we should manage just fine. We have Valimar. I mean, like, we can just ride the robot, right? Well, that would definitely work, but aren't you really busy, Reen? No. I think this could lead to some really useful information for the Radiant Wings. And I'm sure Gaius wants to visit his family. It's not like bringing you along would cause things to run any less smoothly. In fact, I wager the opposite. Having you along would be a great help. What do you say? Toa was initially a little hesitant of the idea of coming along, but Reen's insistence won her over. They met up with Gaius' end, and with Valimar's assistance, took the spirit path there. Oh! Wanted to share. With all the coming changes to the Twitch Prime, now becoming a fixed rate. As you know, this is my only job, and I rely on your guys' sub income. So what I need everyone to do is that if you use Twitch Prime, I need everyone to donate to me an American quarter to make up the difference. Just one. I'm not greedy here, okay? But I need everyone just one American quarter. It has to be American, not Canadian, because that, you know, that's like 6 cents or something. So that's what Twitch is taking from me, okay? The millionaire streamers, okay? I gotta thank that no one's from Turkey. I think a Twitch Prime from Turkey is legitimately like 8 cents. It's weird to me of like, I never paid attention to that type of stuff because again, as a joke. It's a joke, okay? It's a show, people, okay? I'm actually surprised that like they kept the Canadian Twitch Prime at $2.25. I guess it was $2.50 as well. And they just made them all $2.25, I think, from North America. Like, when you consider, like, I guess, like, what a peso is and, like, what a Canadian dollar is to, like, an American dollar. Is Amazon just eating that? I mean, I guess so. I guess that's why they dropped the 50 cents. But, yeah, so I expect, I will accept physical quarters in the mail. If you'd like my address, get in touch with my my VR people, my HR people. I knew we could count on Valimar. Defenses are still down, guys. You should get going. Right. I'll be back after I check in with my family. I'll leave the repeater to you, Toa. Of course. I mean, give my family your best. Give your family my best, not give my family your best. That got awkward. And Cloud, because you're Canadian, that's probably gonna cost you upwards of $6, $7, $8 dues. If you ever do use the Twitch Prime, just letting you know. Well, I guess we better get setting up the repeater. I mean, maybe we should set it behind a boulder where it can't be seen. Wouldn't a boulder interfere with, you know, the repeater? I don't know. If anyone would like his address, come to me. I don't even know it. I'll send you a random Canadian address, and whatever you do with that is your own business. Oh God, that's gonna bankrupt me, right? I mean, you know the city, right? You know the province. It's 123 Fake Street. The airship went down just beyond the mountain range, right? I mean, yeah, in the no man's land right between Ereboni and Calvert. The flies said all evidence of the incident's been covered up, but it seems that there's nothing left here. I said flies instead of files. Oh my God. Just gotta pick up a random address in that city and province. How hard could it be? Hey, Reen, thank you. I mean, I think I feel a bit better now. I mean, as a kid, I was pretty unhappy to say I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my parents. I mean, here's what you do. Can you do this with Google, like Google Maps? You just like circle on in my city and then like tell Google you feel lucky and pick an address, and it's just like it throws like a pinpoint, and then you can go travel there. Then I can tell you if it's a good area of town or a bad area of town. You're lying. Huh? Come on. How long have we known each other? You can't hide it from me. You're always putting others before yourself, even more than I do. But right now, there's no one here but you and me. For once, just be honest and open about how you're feeling. Green, do I look that down about it? I mean, it was 17 years ago. I was only 4 at the time, so I barely remember it at all. Just blurry images of people who I guess must have been my mother and father. Grief isn't determined by time. Besides, that's not all, is it? Grief isn't the only thing you're holding back. It's okay, just let it out. Let it go, let it go. Those are the only words I know. Let it go, let it go. I chose the Frozen song instead. I mean, it would have been a great opportunity to sing that one. But she literally said it. But then you said that, so now I'm perplexed. Why would you say all of this to me? I've been trying so hard not to let it get to me, but now... The war's just a few days away, and my uncle's been drafted. Hundreds of thousands of lives, maybe even millions of the Rocks fans are hanging in the balance here. I was so happy when Angie came back. I could have cried. But George Georg is still with the enemy, and there's no guarantee he'll change his mind anytime soon. Then there's Crow. Seems like it's possible for him to not disappear forever when this is all over. We don't even know for sure what will happen to you, Reen. Yeah, my body's linked to the Great Twilight, and well, we all know about my heart. I might be heading towards the same fate as Crow.
Then why? Why are you making me speak from the
All right, man, I'll talk to you later. Going to go pick up my games. Enjoy. Tekken 8. And pre-ordering the Yakuza. Yeah. See you later, buddy.
I've been at my limit so long. Trying to keep it in the whole time.
Keeping it in? Like keeping your poop in? Bro, George, my parents, my grandfather, everyone I've ever loved has disappeared. If I lose you, too, I can't. Just give her the good old Reen head pat, and we're all good. It's okay, Toa. They're there. I don't know what the future holds, but I promise you, I won't give up until the very end, so please.
Ooh, you're impossible, Reen. Even if it's just an empty promise, I want to hear you say it.
Toa, I am your father.
You bring me all the way out here, hold me in your arms, and still, it's not fair. It's just not fair.
Does she want to hear those 3 magical words? Let's get Chinese! Do you think they would deliver to the Courageous 2? I can just imagine the tip. This breeze feels kind of nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Thanks, Reen. I've been holding all that in for a long time. I never realized just how stubborn I am. Angelica and Crow noticed what you were going through. Everyone was worried, so I took the liberty of doing something about it. You are expendable, you said 3. Well, that too, Goya. You are right. I did show you a pretty pathetic side of my before graduation after all. Right. I almost forgot about that. It was all Crow's fault, and then he came back and acted like he was nothing. His behavior still bothers me a bit. Hey, aren't you excited, Goya? You're getting more, we're getting more emote sluts, right? And animated ones. So, more spinning tacos are on the menu. How many are we? Is it like, does everyone just get 60 now? Fate must have brought us together, huh? I consider it an honor.
Hey, Reen.
Just go on Fiverr, DJ. You can get some poor person from a third world country that can just write you some sticky emotes and who made your emotes that you have? Those are pretty good emotes. Huh? It's your fault I'm saying this, you know? I didn't have the courage to bring it up until now. You brought me all the way out here, and you made me spill my guts. But at least I don't have anything left to be afraid of after that. Toa, think of it as payback. I've still got plenty of flowers. Want to go offer them together? I'm sure my parents will appreciate it. Sure, I'd be glad to. Oh, they don't do emotes anymore. That's unfortunate. Busy with real life? Once Gaius returned, the group offered up another repair. Afterwards, they used the Spirit Path to return back to the Courageous 2, and our strength bond with Toa to the max of 5. A college student who's a regular customer here at the restaurant, she's also a follower and a subber. Don't worry, I'll hook her up with some good food. This was 4 years ago. Wow. Still pops in now and again. It's good to hop in, right? The terminal room. What are you two doing in here? Tita, Randy, everything okay? Yeah, we're just working out some stuff between the Liberal and Crossbelt teams. Estelle and the others are gathering intel in East Arabonia right now. Lloyd and the SSS have Crossbelt covered, but the Imperial Army's been tapping their communications, so we're using the Courageous 2 systems to help strengthen the encryption. It's like using WhatsApp. See, thanks to that comms artifact, we got a bit more wiggle room, but even then, we've only got so much range, especially since it seems the Prince is trying to keep in contact with Calvert. Everything we can do feels so constricted right now down to our comms. Give us time, we'll work something out. Supporting you guys is our top priority right now. I mean, if you're gonna go to the service, just let us know. We'll help however we can. Oh, and on a related note, you're also in the Pom Pom party. How did you know? I am. Do you two play? I do. And Ryan got a little obsessed, so I got roped on in. Do you want to exchange some IDs? Well, now we're gonna be here for the next year.
Let the match begin.
No!
Looks like I win this time.
All right then. I thought I was doing okay there. Oh, all right. No, give me some good colors. There we go.
Looks like I win.
What the? How?
Let the match begin.
Stupid game. Oh my god. No! Cancel that out. No! No!
Looks like I win this time.
She looks like she's relatively close. Like, what is she doing to get all of these points that I am incapable of doing? And don't say player skill or something, okay? Because it's not that. Okay, that one right there was player skill. That was ridiculous. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, this one in particular is player skill. This one is player skill. This is really bad. This is terrible. Oh my god, no! Give me a yellow. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get rid of it! Come on! Give me a green. No! No! Oh god. Oh my god, he's pooing on us. Come on, put her out of her misery! No! No! How is this? Wow! Dream Eaters! So does she still do emotes, Goya, or did she also move on? We're gonna be here for a while, folks. Like really, like you better get used to it. Oh my god, I fucking did it again. I fucking did it again. She still does. Well, that's good. Like, I know I'm supposed to get the red things. Like, I know that. Like, the thing... Oh, that... What color is that? Oh, you hoser. Oh, so that is... That is not red. Oh, that's hurting me. Oh.
Looks like I win this time.
What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Don't. Oh my god. Like, am I just not going fast enough? I mean, that one was pure garbage. That one was garbage. The colors were not the colors I thought they were. Like, what color is that? I don't know. How am I supposed to know what color that is? Am I having a stroke? Die! No! Oh no, no! Oh, no!
Looks like I win this time.
My fingers didn't fing when they were supposed to fing.
Let the match begin.
Oh my god. Alright. I hate this with all of my life currently. All this is just unfair. All of it. All of it right now. Terrible. Like, how do I get so close and yet so far away every time? Oh! Why am I terrible at this game? No!
Looks like I win this time.
Oh my God! What is there some secret that I need to know of here? Do I you know, someone, anybody wanna let me in on it or something? Because we're failing miserably here, and I, you know, I'm trying my best. Darn it! Of course, you put it over there. You put it over there, don't you? You pipsqueak. No! What? How? This is a kid's game. How is she so good? I think I had everything there, like, except for us to do it, and it just... No, why do you give me shitty colors? I want yellow. There we go. There we go. That's okay. There we go. There we go. Just get... Okay. Give me the other ones. Give me... There it is. Okay, now... Okay. Now, give me that sweet... Right there she is. All right, good. There we go. Okay, yes. Good. Red. Right, go. Perfect. Get on in there. Give me green. You penis. Green. There we go. Okay, we're coming up big Millhouse. All right. No. Damn it. Yellow. There we go. All right, blue. Nailed it. Come on. Screw her. No. Do it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Final Fantasy 14 tip for me, Jordan. If you decide to dive into tanking, your damage reduction skills are often more useful when pulling groups of enemies than on the boss. Use them on the boss for sure, but don't save them for bosses. Your healer will thank you. That tip is brought to you by a dumbass tank I just had to deal with. Wait, so, you mean like I'll have to show you, like, when we play on Sunday, how I set up. Like, usually that's how I do. So, like, so don't you, like, generally, like, I don't really use my reduction skills, unless I see, like, troubles a brewing. First try, also. All right, where are we right now? Second floor. All right, Laura, she doesn't have a heart. Hurt doesn't have a hurt. Rain, perfect timing. Help me out here. I'm trying to convince Dorothy here to take a break from pairing up guys and write about girls for a change. I told you, Angelic, I have firm rules when it comes to what I write about, and your request violates the most sacred one. I don't have a dog in this fight, but if Dorothy really doesn't want to do it, there's no reason she'd have to, right? I mean, fair point, Reem, but I wouldn't want to see a writer of Dorothy's caliber squander her potential. This girl's got chops. The more often called mitigation skills, it's generally good practice to have one active during as much of a mob pull as possible. Like, so even just during, like, your everyday hooligans, like, but always save ones for the boss. I mean, like, generally, like, I've found most of them aren't really beyond, like, a 2-minute global cooldown. And of the dungeons I have done, like, I know where the boss fight is. Like, so I know, like, okay, if I just want to use something, you know, I know that we're getting to that door or whatever. And cutscenes are wonderful for that. Especially during your hooligans, you'll take a lot more damage in general from groups of enemies compared to a boss. Okay. So they're often more useful when pulling groups of enemies. Okay. I will have to remember that. I also look to forgetting about that very quickly. All right, we can't talk to you because you don't have a heart. Sorry. Oh, but we'll talk to you, Kyrie and Lind. Let's see. Kyrie, I have a burning sensation when I pee. What? Generally, the only time you'll need them with bosses is for tank busters, which is tank-specific damage. Wait, I assume that's something I haven't run into yet. This is one of those cases where you have to get the balance between the different drugs just right. Oh, Lynn's is like a doctor and a pharmacist all in one. Oh, lessons from Lynn, Kyrie. As if they didn't just hear me eavesdropping on them right here. Well, you should use them generally on bosses too. You want to pop 2 for tank busters. Okay. And are tank busters like the things that like are unavoidable damage? Is that what you mean? Like something that like is gonna maybe hit me or what? Or how do I know these things are gonna happen? Well, it helps to have such an eager pupils. And you have a shop. I would love to shop in the medical division here. Ooh. These things look good.
Come again.
That arrow, what I meant is don't just sit on them in preparation for a boss. Always use them during mob. Oh, okay.
Let me know what you need.
So just essentially use everything at your disposal when you can. Why do 2 shops sell the exact same thing?
Stay healthy.
Sorry, Laura, I can't talk to you because otherwise you'll get triggered into a scene. Sorry, Kurt, same thing. That sort of sucks. I wish I could talk to them, but we sort of know, like, yeah, end up triggering something. B5 fun. The boss has gone to Draco's Shrine. I don't think our showdown will be today, but we need to make sure we're as ready as we can be. Yeah, I mean, let's see where the Courageous 2 takes us, and we'll get some training in. Need your help? Just let me know. I was in the mood for stretching my legs. Aren't we all? Margaritaville. I feel like if... Yeah, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna a button slip or something, and then I'm gonna end up using a bonding point when I didn't want to. I mean, the thing is, they're just gonna say something that's gonna go into why they want to be a bonding point with me. I don't need to give them that. I'm not going to do Kurt's other bonding event. No, I've made my decision. All of the hearts and then the cat. Wait, Margarita, are you and Vincent betrothed? That I will not... Oh, I forgot about that. I guess I'll have to replace Kurt for the cat. Are they getting married? Is that what's happening here? Margarita's version of reality seems to be a little different than ours, so I don't blame Jessica for being confused. Aren't we all just confused? Do I have any more peculiar dishes? No. Or Vincent doesn't know what he's up to. Marguerite's quite the character, isn't she? Maybe I should try to emulate her. I mean, sort of approach. Maybe you should, but yeah, maybe you should. Hey, Instructor Reen, would you like to try some of Yuna's homemade hot cinnamon milk? Pour a little vodka in there, and we'll be fine and dandy. There's a real challenge just to keep up with the other members of our team. We learned so much new information. I don't even know how to feel. I'm glad I got to hear Milliam's voice again. That's sisterly love for you. What I said. Figure of speech. Milliam's Milliam. Simple as that. Sure is. Sure to seem to pry, Allie. Right. Oh, you don't have like a store. Gustav never has opened his eyes ever before. Now you guys were reading in here, but looks like I was wrong. Well, I mean, one of them is reading, and the other one is looking at a Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine. Can't go wrong there, Ash. What? Titty rags have got articles and stuff. It's like when someone says, "Oh, I read Playboy for the articles," right? And Wolfslayer is pretty much he's a Penthouse forum enjoyer. You know, for all those real stories that take place. Dear Penthouse forum, I never thought this would happen to me. but I found myself in a washroom with 3 other circus midgets. And well, the pants were already down, so we got to business. Wolf Slayer told me that one in confidence, and well, obviously replay, right? They have nice cards in it. Yeah, that too. I like a girl who keeps things tight. Helps if she's flexible too, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean anymore, Ash. This is a children's stream. He really is that stupid. Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to see Ash on the receiving end of a joke. Everyone takes shots at you. Let's see here. So there's that. All out of here. All right, see you later. Ah! Slippery doors need to be slippery. All right, so there is what's her face? I think in here. Yep. Oh, she must be up there. I think the monster quest gives you another bonding point. So then we can talk to the cat. This is a novel you're looking for, Emma. Oh, it is. I mean, thanks so much. Ordered a book through Becky, huh? That's right. I mean, talking with Dorothy reminded just how much fun it is to dive into a new story. Thanks for the change, Irene. I mean, remember back at the academy when Emma was a she-white bookworm? Just look at her now. Those eyes, those legs, those curves. You must be beating off the guys with a stick. You sure can't control yourself around a babe like this, Irene. I don't know if I'd put it that way exactly, but still anyone with eyes can see how beautiful she is. Irene, you don't have... Me used to denying it, Emma. With great sexiness comes great responsibility. With great sexiness comes great responsibility. I don't think I've ever heard a better quote in my life. I mean, think about it. Lots of hot-blooded young lads on the ship. Let's not be sure to be giving you the wrong idea. A wee bit of attention can go right to your heads. I mean, she's not, no, she's definitely not wrong. Yeah. She's going to be breaking some hearts, that's for damn sure. And there's also just way too many sexy girls on the ship. Maybe if I teamed up with Rex, we could throw together some kind of sexy mag and make a killing. I would never be able to get Ash to ever leave. You're trying to play chess like in real life? The Imperial Chronicle issue number 8. Anything else? No new cards. The first 50 minutes I took a slight lead against the computer.
Catch you later.
Catch you later indeed. Yeah, you don't have anything else. Alright. And then Cerberus. Woof woof, everybody. At what point did I stop questioning this canine shopkeeping business? Arf? Nope. Shop with the dog. There we go. Check bargains always. Nothing new. Shop. Raid? Raid. Sterling dog tag. Apparently we already had. No. Already had that. Shop. Buy the General's coat. I mean, I like seeing just straight up green. But at $4,200, I can't afford too many of them. Be good on Laura and Fee. And that's all my money. I don't know if I want to put it on. I have to check Fee's equipment. More evasion, yes. Jordan Discord. Jordan Discord. I will go to my Discord. Okay, real chess. I gotta go, friend. Have a great rest of your. Thank you, biscuits. Have a good, safe drive home on Sunday. Okay. Oh, that's because I'm the idiot. I just like missed her. Aww. Not even a blown kiss, Wolf Slayer? Come on now. What's that you're reading there, Your Highness? Reen, it's a letter addressed to me. Here, take a look. Alpha, I need to speak with you. I'll be waiting at what remains of the field exercises camp near Heimdall. You may bring exactly one other person along to escort you. It's a letter. It has the seal of the Golden Stallion on it, also known as Wolf Slayer, and whoever wrote it called you by name. Indeed, they must have jumped through quite a few hoops to have it delivered on the ship. It could be nothing more than a prank, but naturally my curiosity is piqued. Well, there's only so many people who could have sent a letter like this. So what should I do? It's possible this might be a trap. We should still go spend some time. Allow me to serve as your escort, Your Highness. You do want to find out what this is all about, right? You know me too well, Reen. Are you sure it's alright though? Isn't some type of trap? Ah, we'll be alright. I have a giant robot that can get on over. Alright. Reen and Alphine awaited their chance before using Valamar's warp function to infiltrate the city limits of Heimdall. Then they made their way through the uncannily quiet roads in the old field exercise camp at South Ostia Roadway. See, I feel like I'm gonna have to do some of the side quests, like the monster ones, to get some money so that I can go to Ortis and get some new things, essentially. There you are. What kept you? I had a feeling it'd be you. Hello, dear brother. Reen, I see you've come along as Alphine's personal escort. I must apologize for the unsightly display you were forced to witness yesterday. Your Highness. Enough beating around the bush, Cedric. Why send me a letter like that so suddenly? Don't tell me, was this all just a ploy to get Reen to come? Nothing of the sort. I mean, I gave up on Reen long time ago. We'll have to face each other in the rivalry someday after all. You're the one I wanted to see, Alphine. I'll get right to the point. I want you to leave the Crimson Wings. Go to Ortis, you'll be safe there with Mother until this all blows over. So that's it. As if I could ever do something so preposterous. I mean, how can you expect me to sit idly by while Oliver and his allies fight tooth and nail to... What does it matter? Either way? Do you honestly believe you can make a difference? The real world is nothing like the confines of the palace walls or the gates of St. Estrella. You don't stand a chance on your own. Her Highness has become an invaluable member of the Courageous Two's crew. We have no reason to doubt her abilities. Perhaps that was overstating things. I don't think they're entirely helpless. But it's a big ship, and there are plenty of capable Thor students on board as it is. That's not going to drop out of the sky just because you decide to leave. Perhaps you did manage to find a purpose during the Civil War as a symbol of the Imperial family. But there exists no such place for you in a squabble between Jormungandr and Mil Mirage. You know that, don't you? This has gone beyond just a mere domestic conflict. It's a war that could get very well engulf the entire world as we know it. The furies about what's going to be unleashed is greater than you could possibly imagine. It's only a matter of time before you, Oliver, and the Crimson Wings get caught in the crossfire. And once that happens, there won't be any last-minute miracles left to save you. Reen, surely you see where I'm coming from here. I know you care about Elise every bit as much as I do about Alphine. Is a warship really any place for them? Well, we owe it to our sisters to get them away from all this fighting. Well, Reen's too kind to say it, but the fact is you're not helping, Alphine. You're not a soldier. You're not even a military academy student. You have no business being anywhere near a battlefield. Think of Mother. Having you close by would be such comfort to her. Or you could go be with Father before his surgery, though even that's a little too close to the front lines for my liking. That's That's enough, Cedric. Thank you. I know this is all a way of showing me you care. Of course I care. You're my sister, my kith and kin. When we were children, you would always sit up for my sake. Nobles who doomed but too weak to be heir, commoners who fawned blindly over the intellect and grace. You defended me to all of them alike. I was so grateful, and at the same time so frustrated. But now our roles have reversed. It's time for the strong to protect the weak, the way it should be. You're right. Sometimes I hate just how powerless I've been. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse to give myself. I'm sorry, Cedric. It's taken me this long to bring myself to say that. When your health failed you after the war, there was nothing I could do. Then somehow Chancellor Osborne saved you, but that was when your lust for power began. You were like a different person, and as time went on, the change in you started to frighten me. I felt so guilty for not being there when you needed me most. I just didn't know how I could face you anymore. Perhaps a part of me felt like you'd grown up and left me behind, too. Alphine. But look where that's gotten us now. You loved our family more than anyone, and yet you did nothing to protect Father and Oliver from their fates. And I'm no better for letting you. Stop it! Stop it right now! I will not! We need to talk about this now more than ever. Jormungandr? Mil Mirage? None of it means a single thing. The one thing that's always mattered to me, to us, above all else, is family. Oh my god, this is turning into the plot of frickin' Fast and the Furious. Whether Crimson or Radiant, I have no intention of leaving these wings. I will find the strength to support both Oliver and Reen, and even to stand against you should it come to that. Princess Alphine. I'm sorry you feel that way, Alphine. This was your final chance. Prince Cedric. We'll put an end to this next time we meet. Permanently. Alphine, Reen, I hope you don't come to regret this path you've chosen. Cedric, wait! Father's surgery's coming up. Is it too much to ask that you pray for him? If the whole family bands together, Idaeus is sure to hear us. Insert bodyguard music right there. Majestically said, Your Highness. It's conviction like that that makes you the pride of the Radiant Wings, of all Erebonia. There's been a lot of embracing for Reen today.
I'm sorry, Reen. I know I went too far. But I had to say something. So why did things have to turn out like this?
As Vin might say, family, 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 cause family. Family is more important than family. Family is family.
In spite of it all, he's still my
And then pours out a Corona for Paul Walker, right? Exactly. You reached out to him in the only way you could. You may not realize how right you were just yet, but come around eventually. Kurt and I will make sure of it. Reen. Oh, Reen. It's not really a Reen head pat there, but I'll allow a head rub to basically be it. All right, now to Kurt. I will go down to the factory ship hold to just chat it up with those peeps first. Before we talk to you, my friend. Aren't they making like one more Fast and the Furious one? The last one Vin Diesel will be a part of. Let the record state that Reen already touched that booty, albeit by accident, but he was the first. Maya! Are you reading a letter, Maya? Oh, Instructor Reen. It just arrived. It's from my father. Your dad? He used to be a captain, but due to the incident in Hamel, he had the misfortune of being discharged. Well, it's easy to imagine that being reinstated would cover his self-confidence and pride, and now he sent a letter to Maya. I can only imagine what it contains. It seems like you've managed to figure things out always, Instructor. I mean, I was going to tell you everything anyway, since it's not like I have any intention of hiding things. He's essentially saying I should drop out of the branch campus and immediately head down to the surface. Thought as much. And if I don't listen to what he says, it sounds like he's going to throw out all of my most treasured items, including some clothes that belong to Mom. My things did disappear when he visited me at the campus a while ago. I found that pretty strange. Well, we confirmed as much when he snuck in that one time. Could that have been the reason? Oh, I was quite perplexed at first. I thought that if Dad could return to the military, then he might regain his pride and self-confidence, but he doesn't seem like a good guy, drink or no drink. Maya, I'm sorry to bore you with all of this, instructor. Don't worry. I have no intention of whatsoever leaving the ship. I'm sorry to hear about my clothes, but that just might be the kind of thing. Look, we'll get you on over to Macy's. You know, we'll get you some set of clothes. Maybe she's more of a Nordstrom girl. I don't know. She might have expensive taste. Well, is that really the right thing to do? I mean, it should help. Help Maya out, always. I can go with you, I mean, if you want to confront your dad. Regardless of how he's gone about it, I'm sure your dad wrote this letter out of love. There's got to be some room for discussion, right? You may be right, instructor. I mean, even if it ends up breaking off contact with me, as long as I have a chance to speak frankly with him, that's worth it. And we contacted Joseph. Asked him to come on by Rock Patio off the Canyon Road. So you came, Maya. I predicted you'd be bringing the Ashen Chevalier with you. Couldn't help but notice how one-sided your proposition to Maya was. I'm just here to look out as her as an instructor. I mean, that shouldn't pose any issues, right? Maybe not, but I have no intention of staying to chat. I only came because I wanted you to know how sincere you were. Well, naturally, it's down to the parent to correct the child's misapprehensions. That blunt hard-headedness of yours reminds me of your mother. What I want to give her is spirit and appropriate send-off. And I've decided that a contest between you and I will be the best way to see that. I would love the answers if it's going to be like an AP thing. A contest? Oh my god, they're going to have a sex contest. What are you... My intentions are twofold. Firstly, I wanted you to get off the Courageous 2. Secondly, I intend to show you that your marksmanship is nothing but a childish imitation of true skill. You've got a lot of nerve saying that to me. Go on ahead and prove me wrong if you can. If you can defeat me, I will return your belongings and allow you to remain at Thor's. But if I win, you'll return home with me here and now. Fine by me, but you're going to regret this. Now that's my girl. Alright then, allow me to set the terms. We'll be using rubber bullets, and both of us will work with a spotter. Team effort, huh? I guess that explains why you're here too. Huh? Should've known I couldn't hide from you, Schwarzer. So I'm assuming I'm going to be like the spotter of a sniper thing, and I'm going to have to tell Maya the adjustments she'll have to do. Of course you're Brigadier General Rondell's son. You must respect our father's history a lot to suffer through his company like this. You knew about that, Maya? You've done your research. That saves us an explanation or two. My dad owed Major Joseph a lot. Helping him out like this is the least I can do. There's no need for you to feel indebted, but appreciate you lending me a hand all the same. So there you have it, a 2-on-2 sniping showdown. If you're willing to participate, of course. Sure, got enough experience to come on in handy here. It's the least I can do to support one of my students. Well, then it's settled. Use the entire field as you wish, and it goes. Once we've decided our starting positions, we'll begin. The winning team will be whoever lands the most hits on their opponents. Wait, is there the direct possibility that you could honestly lose Maya here? That sounds terrible. Yeah, I got the answers. Thank you, DJ. Each team retreated to opposite ends of the field, and the match began. Before I do that, I'm going to get myself a bevy and go to the wash. Be right back. Oh my god, what did I miss? Sheldon. Thank you for the follow. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back with the Bev. Waiting on answers. Each team retreated to the opposite sides. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's funny. Yesterday, I thought I had a beer to grab to go to hockey. And then I was like, oh, like a Summersby would be okay. So I grabbed a Summersby. Like, I know Summersby's not quite a beer, but like I didn't realize like what it was. So like I pulled it out at hockey. And the guy that sits beside me, he's like, to go. You thought you brought a beer, eh? And I'm just looking like perplexed at the can. This is the can. I don't know why I grabbed it. And he's like, do you want a beer? I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, please. I don't think this, I mean, not that it would have mattered just having like a single one, but like I was just like, oh God, like the last thing I really want is like a fizzy like drink to before I play an hour of hockey. All right. For a while, we traded shots and maintaining a good distance, but then, and then, no and then, and then. Wait, Instructorine, I think they're ahead. Yeah, I can sense them behind that rock. I'll go on ahead, wait for my signal. Roger. All right, phase 1, flushing out hidden foes. They're here all right, and probably waiting for us to make the first move. If we go the wrong way, we'll leave ourselves wide open. What should I tell Maya to do? I mean, if I was the thinking man, I would say pick them off from higher ground. The second one, so I would be right. I'll try to lure them out. You go to higher ground and get ready to pick them off. Open fire as soon as they leave their cover. They got themselves a good vantage point. This is nothing. Don't lose focus. That's gonna look like you got him right in the left nipple. Like, Major's okay, but you got me good. It doesn't even look like she got the high ground there. Like, she looks like she hid behind a tree. Our opponents have got to pass this point. When they do, cover me while I lead the charge. Standing by. Phase 2, ambushing advancing foes. This is our chance to gain a big advantage. Just have to get the timing right. Huh. I think I would set up for a surprise attack. Judges? So far, doing good. Thank you, DJ. Set things up and take them by surprise. Now, for the timing. Now! Damn it, they got in before us. But where is she? Where is she? Oh, that's gonna tickle right in the bum right there. Not bad. Joseph continued to dominate the contest with his prodigious skills. Despite Reen's best efforts to counter Lecter at every turn, the rival team started to take the... What? However, Maya refused to give in. Final phase, the standoff. I'm impressed you made it this far, Maya. I have more points right now, but why get so hung up on rules? What do you say? Last one standing wins? But only shots to the head or heart count. Have it your way. It won't change the fact that I'm going to win this. Guess that's our cue, huh, Schwarzer? I've got to hand it to you. That unclouded eye technique of yours is pretty sharp. The 8 leaves school is nothing to sneeze at. Thanks. Your instincts are cut above the rest, too. You have a real gift of knowing where everything is at a given time. It's honestly a challenge to keep up. Ah, you're just making me blush. The match has certainly been a lot more exciting than I expected. The playtime's over. It's time to settle this. This is it. No more second chances. How can I best support Maya? Concentrate. This one I'm actually confused. Like, I would actually say Reen's best ability is offense. At least I think so. But I don't know how they, like, the way they're wording it makes me think of like, oh, maybe like let her do the offense. She's the one shooting, so I concentrate on defense so that she shoots. So I would say concentrate on defense. Judges? Concentrate on defense. Beauty, thank you. I believe in Maya's skills. I'll keep her covered and let her do her thing. This is your battle, Maya. You get hit, it's all over. If I have to take a bullet to protect you, I will. Support you right up to the very end. You got it, instructor. The victor finally emerged, bringing the contest to a close. Thank you, DJ. That's that. I won. That was some magnificent shooting. Come a long way. Truly proud of you, Maya. I only got this far because I had Instructor Reen to watch my back. Looks like the spotters match is a draw this time around. Maybe we'll get a chance to settle the score again sometime. Yeah, maybe. So if you would have lost there, would Maya leave? At least she's gonna get her clothes back. Why did you suggest we ignore the points? You were in the lead. I mean, judging by what my take would be, I thought I was in the lead, quite frankly, but tell you the truth, victory never mattered to me. My only concern was whether you could take care of yourself. I have my doubts, but it's clear to see how you resolve to follow through on your own convictions. Those who fight without resolve have no place on the battlefield, but I can see that you won't falter in your duties. Besides, you didn't really think I'd throw away your mother's old kimono, did you? No, not even for a minute. Was that what you were trying to imply? I mean, yeah, you're not exactly subtle there, Major. You sure about this, Joseph? You know this means your daughter's going to be working against the Empire, right? I know better than to change the girl's mind once she's decided on something. Just promise me you won't die out there, Maya. Of course. You too. Maya took back her things and returned to the Courageous 2 with Reen. Oh, life insurance commercials are so out of touch. It's hilarious. Like, oh no, the old guy can't have a cookie anymore. Put the cookie down and get yourself some Colonial Penn life insurance. Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably pennies a day. The Tamano gem and some money. Alright, that was good. What on earth is this Tamano gem? Strength 80, attacks and crafts can charm enemies. 25% chance. I mean, that's good. I just don't like that'd be it'd be good. Like, it's good for just the strength. I'm not gonna get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of all of my magic. I like that. Laura, you need something? I know I'm gonna have to put some. I feel like I'm sitting there thinking, like, is that really necessary? The move 3? I mean, she can already move quite a... Oh, no, it's the move 6. Take off the shield breaker. All right. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I have an action... I do not have an action. Attack 2 and attack 3 open. There we go. Alright, do I have a better blue to put on there? Probably not. Just obviously something that's just going to... I mean, the mute is actually better. Oh, that's because I have mute. I'm like, why do I have mute too? Wow. No. All right, keep the spirit bell. I'm an idiot. For the spirit breaker. There we go. Alright, who else is here? There's a shop. Cat's gonna be in here in storage, just what, chilling? Oh, I didn't want to like. Alright, let's meet at. Who are you talking to? Celine, what's she doing in a place like that? I'm not sure what she's saying, but it sounds like she's speaking with someone. This was the exact problem I didn't want to do. I didn't know it would trigger a cutscene just going in here. No. Weapon maintenance, huh? That's right. We have to join the battle to organize this operation. And since we have time before it starts, it seemed like a good idea to make sure everything works like it should. As for me, I mean, I've been communing with my sword in an attempt to get some answers. So I've gotten over that, eh? Well, I'm gonna be able to pinpoint that. When I cross swords with the main campus students, I couldn't help be frustrated how inexperienced I am. I could still hold my own, but I feel like there was something that was all over that I said was missing. Oh. Personally, I think you're giving way too much thought, Wayne. You're doing fine. Like, remember how you used to be terrible at swimming, but you practiced and pushed through and overcame that hurdle just fine? Trust in yourself, that little extra confidence can go a long way. Star. He's right, Wayne. Though I still think communing with your weapon's a good idea. Sometimes observing the condition of the blade is all its nicks and scratches can tell for something about yourself. Works for me. Well, I must apologize. I fear I've been going about this the wrong way. I'll take a step back, relax, and figure it out if it kills me. Remember, the goal is to not die, okay? Not die. Wayne's the sort of person who constantly seeks to improve. I don't think you'll need to worry, instructor. Get to there. Pablo! Nice to see you in the workshop, my friend. Tita and you are taking turns with Mint and Gustav on the Panzer Soldat maintenance. And if orbital operations are what you need, then just get up and leave it to me. Genuine railroad technician.
Have a look-see.
Alright, nothing there. Sluts. I don't know if we have anything to... I guess we do have some points.
Be well. Have a look-see. See ya. Have a look-see.
Bike colors. No master quartz.
See ya.
So I think we're at the end here, so we'll just travel on the way down. Oh my god, Vantage Bastards! Better save the game here. So we talked to Maya. That's where nothing is happening. Ah! Mint! How you guys doing? Right. Thanks all the same, Mint. You too, Gwen. Very helpful. You and Professor Shahead, although look very similar, we can never wipe that smile off your face. Hit of apologies, eh? But I can't help but feel responsible for any of the troubles you face. Oh, it's okay. Don't be worrying about it. That's right, Gwampy Gwen. It helped us come to gripes with it. And I wonder where Schmitty got to. Oh, yeah, we don't want to really bother with that guy. One of the disciples. But hey, that's Schmidt for you. And that's probably a good call. Just leave it to you, Mint. And Gwen's happy to help. But you guys don't... Okay, so she has a shop. I was gonna say, I think she sells the potions and the parts for the robots. Yeah, that does sound like Erica Russell, involved with Courageous 2's development for a while. Though when Tita went missing, didn't take it well, but managed to survive one of the redhead rants. It really must be something, man. I mean, I guess? The thing is, there's so many different workshops outside the Empire, and I also kind of want to go to Erin to learn about the Divine Knights. So, there's just so much stuff I want to try. So I'm going to have to go turn down your offer. Sorry, Gramps. That's okay. Mint is going to go far in the world. We don't know how far, but... I don't know why I said Gwampy Gwyn. It just, I felt like it went together so well. Alright,
I'm itching to get started.
I guess, I mean, I can't even, like, a lot of people just, a men's cover. I mean, obviously. How did I not buy this? I literally bought them all. Sure.
Huh? Done already? I'm itching to get started. See you later. I'm itching to get started.
Oh. They're expensive to make. Just in case I need some. Six, 3, 2 of those.
See you
There.
later. I'm itching to get started. Huh? Done already?
I am done already, yes. Talk to the robots. Imagine the robots played Pom Pom Party or, you know, Vantage Masters. Let's get one giant, you know, thing for them. So this is where you were, Eustace. I thought I might be able to hear that annoying, cheerful voice one more time. I should have known better. Eustace, you know Milliam said she'd been watching us over this time. I mean, I don't know for sure if she'll reply or if she can even hear you, but I think I'd like to appreciate if you tried to talk to her. Perhaps. Though knowing her, I can't imagine she would enjoy a conversation in which she couldn't retort to whatever I said. Okay, fair point. A chat that she couldn't take part in would probably drive her up the wall. Anyways, we should probably get moving. Yeah, like Valimar and Ordine playing MTG? Yeah, exactly. What was that? It's like, to me, Milliam doesn't want you to leave. You should stay with her a little longer. Typical. Alright, Milliam, you win. Valimar still remains empty. Valimar, Milliam, so great talking with you. It's been so long. I already vowed that I would win this rivalry myself, so look over us both, okay? Alright. Oh, by the by, I just remembered I would occasionally play Vantage Masters with Milliam. She enjoyed it, and her skills matched her enthusiasm for the game. Really? Indeed. I intended to take her down if I had a rematch, but I could use some practice. Well, hit me up. Let's play. Oh yeah, that's right. We switched off for the swordsman, I think. What does he do again? Attack +1. Oh, that's right. So basically just get him to murder things and then he murders you. Looks like his card does the same thing. Oh. It's gonna cost me 2 mana. That'll be okay. It's still very weird. Again, I can't not deny, and I know I won't be able to stream too much longer, but the true pacing of these games is always weird to me. Of like, you know, we just came back from a bunch of stuff happening in the previous stream of this to like, this is just gonna be basically us on the ship doing all the side quests and doing all of that, and you know, like it's okay, but I still feel like there's got to be a better way of doing it, at least in my eyes. Like that's the way I think of it, anyways. Not necessarily whether there is one or not, but You call them out. That's just so easy to throw out, though. I mean, actually, can I get both of them out? Yeah, I should actually be able to get them both out. Perfect. And then we can use the skill to attack things. They're gonna recover. I love when that happens. Hey, Hannah! How are ya? Did you not go off with Brent to go get his video games? No chilling at home. Okay. You gonna go play Tekken with him later? Well, what shall I do? I don't know. You tell me what you're gonna do. Get a CT scan this morning for what? Why does a person get a CT scan? Isn't that like a brain scan? I mean, you don't have to tell me why you got a CT scan. I'm just asking. And let me use that for the okay. So it's just like to check to make sure that the clot is probably, hopefully, going away. Move you up there. Yeah, okay. You won! Who did you play against, Dream Eaters? The man to know. I'm afraid if this guy is going to go in there and start using things. Computer. But you had an actual chessboard. I'm so confused. It was a good exercise. Well, I'll give you that. I will certainly give you that. Oh, the computer was connected to said board. Wait, was it really? Like, are you playing games with me here? You can't confuse me like this, okay? You can't confuse me. Okay, it's not fair. I'm not the brightest person. How have you been, Hannah? I haven't seen you in a while. I know you said you're good, but did you just send something back into my hand? You sent back my penguin friend? How dare you? Well, I'm just gonna bring him back out now, jackass. Oh, but now he can't do his attack. Well, that's just ridiculous. It's what you get if you pay $450 dues. $450 dues, eh? Fair enough. I'm doing well, waiting for February 4th and March 20th. Why aren't you excited about the Royal Rumble? Just don't look at Vince McMahon's phone. My God, terrible things will happen. I don't understand. Why would you not do anything there? I'm trying to comprehend why you would not do a single thing there. Handmade pieces with transponders and a board connectable to a laptop. Interesting. Ooh. See, this guy just needs to get cards out. Like, and then I can really fuck his day up. Like, that's where the enjoyment is going to come from here. That too, but Alpha 1's coming back to Hamilton in March 20th. Team Brenda AEW. Okay, yeah, I remember. I knew AEW was coming because I remember seeing Ethan Page mention something about it, like bring it back, because it's been a while, obviously. But it's good to see it coming back. I enjoyed my time at those events. Those were good events. They really were. Yeah, do I just, oh, I guess I can't, okay, yeah, I can't freeze that guy again. We've already done it. I wonder if I can... I'm trying to get more powerful. Oh, I love... Oh, wait, no. That's going to hurt me. Don't do that. Floor seats for Brent. I mean, aren't they all floor seats at AEW? Or it's at Alpha 1, or do you mean at AEW? I guess you'd mean at... I guess you'd mean at that. So stupid of me. That's nice, yeah. That thing's going to murder me. I'd rather not... Do I just sacrifice? Yeah, I'll just sacrifice this guy. I'll sacrifice this one. He's done. I get another card. It works out wonderfully for me. Bring out this guy. That. Oh, this is not going to go the way this guy thought it would go, unfortunately for him. Then you're going to go try and get Money in the Bank tickets for July. Are these all in Tirana? You don't like sitting by the ramp? You can't see it? My problem is, like, if you're not, I don't think, like, the problem is, like, I don't think if you're in the... I've never been lucky enough to be on floor seats. Except for, like, indie shows, which, you know, are great. But I feel like if you are not in the first, like, 3 rows at, like, a big AEW, WWE event, you aren't going to see it. Like, especially, like, you think of, like, at the Royal Rumble, where every 2 minutes or minute and a half, everyone's standing up, like, and then they throw their stupid signs up. Like, it sort of looks like it's not, like, really enjoyable. Like, I remember when we went to Survivor Series, Brent and I mean, those were perfect seats. Like, you're on the perfect level with the ring. You know, you're far enough back to where people aren't holding up signs, and it was a good experience. Oh, I was like, oh damn, can I murder that guy back there? No. Oh. 3. No. No. Well, I could do that. Take a big blow there, but I can do that. Get more powerful. I like to sit on the end seats and not in the middle of a row. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't appreciate and you know, then access to everything, right? You know, you can go to the bathroom easily and all that stuff. Have a couple $12 beers. He's doing well. He's over at my parents. He has a PA day today, so I came off of night shift, so my sister will drop him off eventually. Sometime today, I would assume. But he's doing good. You know, he's liking school. I gotta get him to the dentist. I'm starting to realize as a parent how difficult it is to do. Like, I mean, for me, because even like for me when I work shifts, if I want to go to somewhere during the week, I can, because one of my days off will be during the week. I'm realizing, like, everywhere, like, I'm like, oh, like, I'll get him into this new dentist, and I'm like, oh, they all close at 4, and it's, like, only during the week, and I'm like, like, Christ, how am I supposed to get him to go anywhere? You can't do anything yet either, you jackass. Up. With you. you in. Skill. More power. You're gonna hit me for what? There we go. All right, Eustace. Going bad. Things are going bad for you. I didn't realize like how ridiculous. Like, I mean, he can attack for 10. Like, they're, you know, he's pretty powerful in his own right. But I mean, like, we're gonna get to a point where like, dude, you're not gonna be able to do much here. Although I should be pretty careful. He's hit me with some pretty heavy-handed stuff here. I'm gonna prevent you from doing some stupid stuff. Oh, and then of course there's that. God damn it. Oh. Really? I feel like I want to get that thing out. Oh, do I want to sacrifice one? I can't have someone with that has 7 out on the floor. Oh, can I? I should be able to actually kill it now. I'm looking for something that's gonna murder. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter now. Writing's on the wall, Eustace. My dentist is at Orchard Park Dental. Is open, so yeah, like I was at one, and I haven't been in a couple years, to be honest. So my thing was, I don't think like my old dentist didn't overly look like kid friendly, so I was gonna go to a new one, and so sort of that was the issue. Like, I've looked at their new hours. Like, the one that I go to has longer hours, but like, again, it's not like overly kid friendly. And mind you, like, even I wasn't a big fan of them. Like, it's funny, like a buddy of mine at work goes to them because it's around where we live. And the annoying part is, like, I was saying to him, I was like, oh, where do you go for a dentist? And he's like, oh, I gotta change because we go to this one. And he's like, hey, when's the last time you went? And I was like, oh, it's been a while. He's like, is it me, or do, like, every time you go, they always ask to do x-rays? And I was like, they do. And then like, you're saying, like, dude, I had them done like 6 months ago. They're like, oh, well, that's I'm like, never before in my life have I ever been to a dentist that does x-rays so often. And they're expensive. And then if you tell them no, they're like, oh, like, I've had it on 2 occasions where if you tell them, like, oh, no, like, I'm really just here for a checkup and, you know, to have my teeth cleaned. They're like, we're probably not going to go through with it if you don't get the x-rays done. And you're like what? Like, what kind of dentist are you? Like, so, like, it's really soured my taste in them. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a dentist. But I'm just going off of, you know, basically what I have gone through of, like, I've never gone to a dentist where we've had to do, you know, you go every 6 months. I haven't been in a while. But I've never been where every time you go, you need more x-rays. You need more x-rays. At 400 goddamn bucks a pop. Jesus Christ. I don't think so, Tim. All right, I got 1 point left, and I don't know why I went to the bridge. Boy, look at you just name dropping people there, Miss Rainbow Sparkles. What if I was a big streamer and you know and people could dock that guy. Doc. I think he was in the 2nd floor. There's Kurt. What are you reading, Kurt? Oh, instructor. It's a letter from Mueller, actually. He gave it to me before he left. Lieutenant Colonel, huh? Gave you a letter even though you were face to face? That's right. I'm rather curious myself. I only just started to read it, but that's a little bit more of a family matter than anything. Oh, like, you got any cheese? Like one of them family matters? Yeah. Known you for 30 years. And that's another thing, too, of like, for having a dentist of like that will see you. Like, when I was a kid, I remember going to a dentist, but he was just a kid's dentist. So, like, once you turned, like, I think it was 16, you had to go move on to another dentist and sort of type of thing. It's very rare to have, like, a dentist that, like, you can see, like, your entire life, which is good. You know, that's what people want in their healthcare. Lieutenant Colonel Mueller wouldn't write a letter like this for no reason. Plus, I'm curious. Well, I'd say you have plenty of time, Kurt. I mean, after all, this is my own pupil's family matters. We're taking here, right? Not some strangers. If I can help in any way, you'll have to just let me know. I'll be there for you as best as I can. Instructor? Thank you so much. I know I can be difficult at times, but there's a certain place I'd like to go. Would you accompany me? I need a haircut. That's what I need. Like what's happening up here? Not just the grays here, people. Along the way, we talked about the contents of the letter. I don't see any military police here. Thought this was supposed to have been converted to a conscription office. I suppose they left everything empty when the forces were diverted to the Heimdall area. Yes, I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it. It sucks that it's got to be a year, but I was saying to Brent and everyone here as well, like, it's very good for us Canadians because we don't have access to Peacock and Sportsnet, which does the Wrestle Network, the WWE Network, is absolute dog shit. So I'm happy that it's going to something that, you know, I already pay for. It's really usable, you know, all that stuff. So I'm happy for that. I just hope that, you know, with everything going on with Vinnie Mac that came out yesterday and the shit that, you know, how terrible he is. I'm sort of hoping like there isn't some, like, you know, people at Netflix aren't going like, oh my God, like, how do we, you know, is there a way to get out? Like, I don't think so. Like, when you're talking big deals like that, even though it's Vince McMahon, I think they realize, like, they'll get away from him. Don't worry about it. Oh! What have we in that giant briefcase? Something for IRS, perhaps? That's right, America. You always gotta pay your taxes. Meet again, Lieutenant Colonel. Ah, yes, this reunion came earlier than expected. Glad to see you nonetheless, Rena. I apologize for calling you away from this. I'm sure you had far more pressing matters to attend to. It's no problem. I'm here to lend Kurt my full support as his instructor, and if this wasn't enough of a reason, you did go out of your way to delegate me as a partner. I still can't quite believe it. Did you really find Roland's other twin sword? It's true. Damn true. Well, would you look at that? Roland's sword, clear as day. We found the left-handed one in Raquel, and now you've recovered its pair? We stumbled upon it while we were readying the Courageous 2. It was as if it was something that led to us. I mean, I had no idea you already had its pair. It must be fate. You know what I summoned you here for, don't you, Kurt? Indeed. I read the letter. You want me to have Roland's twin swords, under one condition. Instructor Rin and I go through with this trial of yours. Forgive me for asking, but why am I included in this? It seems to be a Vander family business. I mean, I'm not even trained in the school of swordsmanship. I understand how arbitrary all of this must feel to you, but it wasn't my decision to make. The moment I grasped this sword, I sensed Roland's will. The two of you stand before me as the successor of Roland's dual blade style, an inheritor of the Ashen Knight. Moreover, your relationship's not unlike Roland and Emperor Dreikel's, who cut their way through the War of the Lions side by side. Roland died before his time. I refuse to stand by and let history repeat itself with you, Kurt. That's why you must prove yourself more able than him. And you, Ashen Chevalier, show me you've surpassed Dreikel's himself. Are you seeing this aura coming off the swords? So we've got to defeat both you and Roland in spirit. How many matches are currently on? I mean, the thing is, you have to remember, they're 4 hours, right? 2 hours out of it is going to be for the Royal Rumble, right? So then you only have 2 hours of other wrestling. Unless it's 3 hours, then you have an hour of wrestling to fill. Then 4 matches at 25 minutes per. That's all said and done. I don't know. Like, I feel like it. I gotta say, DJ, it's tomorrow. I don't think they'll be adding anything to the card. I think it would already be known by now. U.S. title, men's and women's Rumble, and fatal 4-way for the women's title. Oh, like, so you were including the Rumbles as matches? I mean, they might be on the pre-show, which is also another thing I hate. I hate the pre-shows. Well, just the two of us, we can accomplish this if we just do something. Let's do it. I thought I'd actually have to do something here. Instead, just the sound of swords bouncing back and forth. But we're in sync. Bye, 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 bye. Now. Did we get him? Did we get him? You can stop glowing now, sir. Roland's equally impressed by the ability you've demonstrated today. You've earned the right to wield his swords, Kurt. Thank you, Mueller. You also, DJ, you gotta remember, like, I mean, again, I don't know who's all in the Royal Rumble matches, but I mean, if any of the people who have the tag team championships are gonna be in the Rumble, then they most likely wouldn't be having a separate match. Heaven for people. They don't get 2 paychecks. So how do they look? Well, they fit you perfectly, Kurt. You certainly look the part as Roland's successor. I'm proud of you, Kurt. Encouraging you to join the branch campus was definitely the right choice. That means a lot to hear. I'm well aware as you've yet to reach the heights of swordsmanship or experience you, Father, and Roland have, but I've managed to gain so many things nobody else ever could. And I owe it all to the friends I've came to bond with, including Instructor Reen. Gunther's in the Rumble instead of defending his title. But you see, like, that's fair. Like, Gunther's a big name, right? Like, I'm with you. Like, I'd love to see Gunther have a match where he's defending his title, but at the same time, being in the Royal Rumble, and especially him, when he was in the Final Four last year, you know, maybe they want to do a big push with him one day, you know? I don't know, but I sort of agree, but I don't want people to hurt themselves. That's sort of the thing that, like, goes back to it, of like, the Royal Rumble's the Royal Rumble, right? Like, you're getting the men's Royal Rumble, the women's Royal Rumble. You're getting, you know, just replace the U.S. title with the Intercontinental title, maybe. Oh, come on, DJ. You can't be that. You can't have that thought. He's taking a spot away from someone else. Of all the years where absolute assholes have been in the Royal Rumble, I would not have that take that Gunther is taking a spot from somebody. No, it's not true. Are you telling me that you don't think that Gunther... Now, again, this is weird because, you know, you're talking about something that's already been predetermined, but they already know who's going to win. But I mean, like, that's how wrestling works. Gunther is someone that people want to see. Like, he is capable of being a world champion. He truly is. I sort of think him having the Intercontinental belt is like a holding belt for him. He will be a champion one day. And of course it's happened in the past, but that's the past. I would not look at it like he is taking someone's spot, though. Like, I mean, it's probably, quite literally, the final four are probably going to be Gunther, Cody, CM Punk, and Hulk Hogan, just for funsies. Like, those are the people you have to discuss about. Like, if Hulk Hogan is in the Royal Rumble, that's something to get mad about, of having someone taking a spot away from somebody else. Like, as much as I love seeing the legends show up, it's sort of like, I hate the legends being in the Royal Rumbles as much as it's good to see them because they're truly taking a spot, and you know they're not going to win. I hate it almost as much as Kofi Kingston having his stupid little spots during the Royal Rumble. And it's funny because the one I caught, he got told by a referee that his legs actually hit the ground. Like, the camera hadn't seen it. And you can see him bitching to the referee that, like, no, like, this is my spot. Yeah, I always remember saying to Y2 Cloud, you know that Kofi Kingston relatively will never win a Rumble because the way they work those spots, those are just for him to have to have his moment, right? But if he screws up or it wrecks, and the last few fuck-ups of Kofi Kingston have been in the last few years. There's the one where he tried to jump on and he missed, like he tried to grab onto the outer rail and he missed and his feet hit the ground. There's the other one where he tried to land on the chair, but the chair fell over because it landed on Xavier. And then they're just trying to make it up as like, maybe both of his feet didn't hit they hit the feet. And then I love how someone in the back is like, yeah, you better show that camera angle of them hitting Kofi's feet hitting the ground. He's gone, right? And then he gets so annoyed, like, he's not gonna win. Get him out of there. Maybe throw Big E in there. I don't know, but I read that Big E was still not. I heard that he's 100% or is capable of coming back, but he's not sure if he wants to wrestle again. So let's go to the items section of the camp menu to change the appearance of Kurt's win. So they're not actually weapons. I have to change them in the items menu? What? Was I reading that right? Go to items under event. Yeah, I just got it for my own sanity. I have to get rid of all these things that say new. A bunny necklace just for you. Okay. There with that. These are good things to use now because everyone is now on the ship. Here, have a necklace. I've been sitting on these gifts for a while, so that's why I'm just handing them out. All right. What else? Flowing light sphere. The Toa. Everyone's getting free gifts. Oh, it's not too much. I'm a bajillionaire. Save it for special occasions. Sure, whatever you say. Lightning goggles. I didn't realize I had so many things left over, but again, like, if they weren't around, then, it didn't give me an opportunity to to give them to people, right? So yeah, you sort of have to wait for these points of where, you know, everyone's sort of now here. Sometime later, Reed was contacted via his Arculus, this donut cushion. Don't you use a donut cushion when you have like hemorrhoids or something? Nick, that's for you. Yes, everyone's on the ship, so we're getting some accessories. I don't know if these are any good accessories, but and even the people who aren't on the ship can still talk to them. Great. All right, Patrick, you're all said and done. Albion cuffs, pearl oyster cuffs. Perfect. Some new cards, but I don't think they were anything special. Swordsman, paladin. Oh, fishies, bearings. All right. That is everybody essentially. I know I basically have like quests to do and all these areas to go to. So my sister's gonna drop off the little guy very soon, so I just have to leave it at that. Still, this trial chest. So, oh, it must be a shrine we haven't been to yet. Still, oh! But yeah, there's places to go. People to see. The St. Arc, the farm, Aaron Village. Let's go on over to the village to wrap it up and see what people there. Yeah, we'll get there soon enough. Alright, equipment. See what these new equipments that people gave me. Lightning goggles, speed and critical rate is up. Albion cuffs, ADF 600. That's some wonderful defense. ATS 300. Hard flash defense. These are... Rose and Crown for sure has to go on somebody. Someone in Magique. Someone available. I mean, you know, put things on people, but God, like everyone sort of just still really has some good things on them, though. Probably get rid of that one. You see if there's an event at the hot spring and air. Yeah, that's probably what it. Yeah, it looks like there is. Yeah, maybe we'll wrap it up on that note. Only for them to tell me that I don't have the right person. Enter the hot spring with Elisa, Fee, Emma, Laura, and Sarah. Wait, so do I have to have them in my party? Or sort of like because they're all there. Oh, fuck's sakes. Alright. Who was alright, it was I can't even do it from here, can I? I have to go back to the ship to... Oh, for fuck's... Game! Yeah. I'm gonna do that next stream. I'm not going back and forth to 100 things. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. You know, that's what happens after a night shift stream. But I was happy we got most stuff done that I wanted to accomplish, and looks like we're gonna have shrines on the menu the next time. Looking like Sunday will be a Final Fantasy XIV stream. Have an eye on the Discord for the schedule. I unfortunately don't think it's going to be as filled with streams next week. As this week was, unfortunately, just because of the work week. But then the following week, I think I'm off on vacay, so with nothing really overly planned. So without further ado, that'll be good to get that all said and done, and we got some plans to do. So yeah, have an eye on the Discord. The schedule will be out probably late Sunday, but in all earnest, I probably won't be streaming until maybe even Friday of next week. Like my week just sort of doesn't really look good at this moment. So I thank you all for coming on in. As Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bounce out and say goodbye and good night. Bang. All the best, guys. Ay-ya-ya-ya. Peace. Oh my god, I hate when the mouse thing doesn't know what to move. Bye-bye. Ay-ya-ya, indeed. Thank you, Wolf Slayer.